morning, everyone. 16 years ago, I was freshly graduated from my business school. I landed in my first job in an investment fund. And by then, if you had asked me to choose investing between, on the one hand, a world-famous bank generated more than $50 billion a year, or, on the other hand, a technology that could one day understand human and even empathy, guess what? I would have gone all in into the bank, no doubt, sure. Some months after I joined the fund, Lehman Brothers went bankrupt. My investment career took a really, really strong beating. True story, and actually it hurts a lot. But I think the most important is not the fall, it's the landing. Probably cinephile have recognized the reference to the movie Land, sorry for the non-French guy. And over the last 6 years, I've landed into the AI and financial services spaces. And over these 6 years, I have seen huge change in financial services sector, thanks to AI. Thanks to AI, existing things have tremendously improved. Let me give you a concrete example. Machine learning have improved the way to detect and prevent fraud. Reinforced learning have improved the way to do trading algorithm trading. More visible for everyone. Now, you can subscribe a loan or an insurance policy like in 1 minute, less than 1 minute. Even more impressive, over the last 24 months, thanks to GenAI, unthinkable things have become like a reality. I've mentioned it in the beginning of the discussion, but now, in client relationship, AI can be more empathic than human. It's not tomorrow, I mean, it's now. It's true, it's right now. I guess there's nothing new for you. You probably know, you know that already, right? We all agreed on the magnitude of the change, right? We all have observed in the last 15 months, the performance model have improved a lot. The cost have decreased a lot. We know that, right? But still, only a few companies, 1 out of 10, succeeded in scaling in AI and in GenAI. And the majority of projects are linked to what we call embedded AI. Could be Secure GPT, could be Copilot, for instance. And GenAI remains used as a technology, as a technology that we add on existing processes. So let's be honest here. It's really tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's really tough to measure the increment of NBI, the decrease of cost to serve, the augmentation of client satisfaction with GenAI. So the main question of the day, probably of the year, is what prevents us to succeed and to obtain the desired return on investment? And more important, how to overcome these obstacles? I would say the answer is time. Time. T as transformation, I as integration, M as measurement, and E as empowerment. Time. Let me explain you a little bit. T as transformation. It's really time to focus on real business transformation. If you want to get results, you cannot be distracted. You have to be aligned with your group strategy, with your group priorities, and you have to focus where is the value for you. It could be cost-to-serve optimization, so we probably work on middle and back office optimization, fraud or risk management optimization. It could be more NBI-oriented, and you go probably all in on the transformation of your distribution model, or optimizing your omnicanality, for instance. But at some point, you have to choose and to make sure that you do a real transformation end-to-end, not only by adding some technology in some processes, but end-to-end. T as transformation. I as integration within your first-party data ecosystem. Historically, and actually still, there's a lot of IT legacy in the sector, right? Operating systems do not communicate easily, making access to data, to quality data very, very, very complex. If you are working on financial services, you know that already, and probably it's your daily life, right? You are operating sometime on cloud, but sometime on-prem, and just a few POC are fully integrated. So beyond the topic of the right infrastructure, and we talk a lot about it today, it's really time to make sure that you integrate your model into your data foundation, into your first-party data ecosystem, into your business processes. To do so, probably heard about LLM Ops, right? It's basically DevOps or MLOps, but designed for large language models. So it's really time to integrate this model into your ecosystem. T as transformation, I as integration, M as measurement. I could have chosen model, but I took measurement on purpose because for me there is a paradigm shift here. We used to develop and train models. Model is becoming a commodity. So main issue is to make sure that when you develop and you launch a fraud detection model, allocation capital model, a model that allows you to chat with your customer, to make sure that it do not drift. And to do so, you have to measure and to invest in measurement. How? Simple. You observe and you understand the issue, what's going on. Then you quantify and measure the problem. And 3, you supervise and take action technically and link to the business. Transformation, integration, measurement, empowerment. You know our motto, right? AI is about people. AI is about people. So we'll talk a lot about it today, but just let me underline the fact that you need to employ people from the field. The productivity can only come if you train and embark the people from the field, people you are working with. I think you get my point. One of the answers of the return on investment is time. Give it time, you're going to see change. But do it fast before it slips away. It's not from me, it's from Churchill, but at some point, it's exactly the same for AI. It will take time to deeply transform IT processes of regulated environment. But don't get me wrong, if you want to have a competitive advantage, you have to do it fast, you have to do it now. So, at the end, the most important is not the fall, it's the landing. And remember, time is really key to win the race. Thanks.